Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Nice little panel for you today. Jules Laurens, Don Hutchison, and Shaka Hislop as well. Wonder how many percentage questions there will be tonight. All right.
I'm going to go for 3.
Let's start with Jules. Jules, Xhaka gonna Xhak is a saying Arsenal fans have adopted for Granit Xhaka. Have Don and Shaka ever had a teammate who is a liability at the level of Xhaka? So while you guys think about that, do you know this phrase? Is it one that you kind of get annoyed about, Jules, that Xhaka's gonna Xhak?
He wrote it. Jules made it up.
Yeah, I made it up. I invented it. No, yeah, I know the phrase. Trust me, I would love nothing more than Granit Xhaka to get a bit more mature, maybe, in not making those fouls like the one I think was avoidable today. Maybe he would say that he was looking at the ball and etc. I still think that there's something that he can get better at, certainly improve even at his age. But yeah, I know. I wonder if Xhaka and Don played with someone like that at times could make fouls like that. Remember the one against Burley, for example, earlier in the season, and that kind of game. So yeah, not the greatest always.
Xhaka, do you remember a player that was a liability on your team?
At international football, played with a guy called Avery John, still a very good friend, doesn't live far from me now. Played with Stevie Nicol at the New England Revs, and Stevie would say the same thing. It's like, if there was a big game coming up, you had to leave Avery off for training because he was just flying in 2-footed regardless. And Avery, typical to Avery John, in our opening game of the World Cup against Sweden, gets sent off after 46 minutes. As soon as we come out after halftime, 2-footed tackle, top of the box, straight red, he's off. Play 44 minutes with 10 men. That sums Avery John up to a T. Incredible defender, as hard a tackler as you will see, but goodness me, just did not know when to reel it in. Didn't.
What about you, Don?
Okay, watch Shaka's face when I say this name. John Moncur.
I love John Moncur stories. They're the best. They're my favourite on Extra Time.
Johnny Moncur, still one of my good friends. I played golf with John, and me and Shaka both played with Johnny Moncur at West Ham. And he used to come on with about 15 minutes to go, top someone, get a yellow card, and the whole Upton Park would be like, way!
So seriously, so there was one year that the Football League, Premier League, for whatever reason, introduced, if you were sent off in a reserve game, you wouldn't be suspended for the first team game. It lasted one season. John Moncur got sent off every single reserve game he played that season. he got sent off, so he'd be suspended for 3 reserve games, so he wouldn't have to play. But he would, because he was always on the bench, he was always on the bench, would come on with, half an hour, whatever was needed. So, but he'd get suspended every single time, so he wouldn't have to play a reserve games for 3 weeks, but he would still be on the first team bench. They did away with that rule after one season.
Okay, I don't know if Shaka played in the game. It was one of Glenn Roeder's last games before he got sacked, and we drew, I think it was either Rotherham or Chesterfield in the FA Cup. And John Moncur got sent off in the game. We got beat in the end, but John Moncur got sent off in the game. And then 5 minutes later, I was tracking someone back, and someone had them blades on their boots, and they sliced me across the knee, so I had to get stitches, and the stitches wouldn't sort of settle because every time I ran, they were opening the stitches up, so I ended up getting taken off. And I went in the away dressing room, and John Moncur's obviously sitting in there, and John's gone, "What's happened to you?" And I've gone, "I've just been sent off." Like I was joking. And he went, "Have you?" And I went, "Yeah." And he started smiling. So after the game, Glenn Roeder came in, and we'd lost. We got knocked out of the cup, and Glenn Roeder went ballistic at John Moncur. "You've let yourselves down, you've let your family down, you're a joke, you're a liability." And he's really got to town on him. And John's went, all right, boss. He went, "What about Don?" He went, "He got sent off as well." And Glenn Roeder went, "What are you talking about?"
My favourite thing about Moncur stories is that Shaka always tells me something he can't say on air afterwards. They're when the funniest stories come.
He's the best.
All right, here it is. Don, percentage that United beat Atlético in the Champions League last 16.
Oh, my days. I mean, this is a game where no one wants the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching the show before and I was thinking about Atletico Madrid and I was thinking about Simeone, and I bet he's devastated that he's got Griezmann and Lamar and Felix and De Paul, all these flair players. He probably doesn't want them in the 11. So, don't know who's favourite. I've got to say 50-50, and that's not me being on the fence. I just don't know who wins it.
All right. Jules, do you have a favourite in that? You don't have to give me a percentage. United or Atleti?
Yeah, it has to be slightly United, I think, because of the second leg at home, for example. I agree with Don. It's quite balanced because neither of them is very good right now, to be fair. I want to believe that in a month's time, Rangnick would have got a grip on this team and they would know a bit better what to do and that they would be favourite. Because I can't see the quick fix for Atleti. I can see it a bit for United. I can't see it for Atleti. So I'll go maybe 60-40 United.
We even got a percentage as well, and I didn't expect one. Nice stuff, Jules. Don and Shaka, what's the one goal?
Hold on. Jules says 60-40, and Don says, "Oh, that's good maths there." Don, your maths bar is very low. Let me just say, very low.
I mean, don't be too flattered by that compliment.
That's good maths.
Remember
there.
where it's coming from.
Goodness me,
Don and Shaka, what's the one goal you have scored or saved that you would wish to go back in time and enjoy the moment again? A save that you loved?
Let me tell you something. When it comes to goalkeepers, we want the game to be over.
It's a bit like me on this show.
Well. You see, now, goalkeepers, we are remembered for our mistakes. So even when you're having a brilliant game, you want the game to be done because, you don't want one to trickle through your legs at the last minute. So as soon as that game's over, as soon as, when everybody's like, oh, that was a good game, let's just move on. So I as a keeper, I do not revisit games, even good ones.
You are so modest. I'm sure there was an amazing save that you.
Well, there was quite a few. I'll have you.
No, and look at that.
It's quite a lot.
Maybe we'd be here all day. Maybe he can't pick one out. What about you then, Don? A goal that you'd love to go back and enjoy?
I'm not modest at all. I'm not modest at all, Kay. Loads of them.
Probably you in particular, come on.
Well, I'm
what
stuck
about that one you scored from
three.
half line, Dom? What about the goal you scored from?
I'll come to that one last, Shaka. I'll come to that one last. I've got to mention the Scotland-England goal at Wembley. The Scotland-England goal at
I
Wembley.
knew that was coming.
Yeah, my debut for Liverpool at Anfield, scored against Chris Woods, who had scored the winner, won 1-0. But the halfway line goal for Coventry against Leeds, that has to be the one. Has to be the one.
I love that it said, what's that one goal? One.
Yeah.
But then again, it's just massive. Not a strong point, is it?
Don's goal from half line was all of 20 yards out, by the way. Let me just point that out to those.
Double that, Shaq. Double.
Yeah.
God, behave yourself, Don. 23, max.
Listen, too much numbers talk on this show.
That's true,
I'm getting stressed out. All right, last one's for you, Shaka, but I also want to know what Jules has to say about this. Don, you'll see why you can't answer. Hey, Shaka, if you were a manager exploring your midfield options, start one, bench one, and drop one, Don Hutchison, Craig Burley, Stewart Robson in their prime, so no excuses.
Oh, man.
Brainer. It's a no-brainer.
That's tough.
That is... I'm gonna start Craig.
What?
I'm gonna bench Robbo.
Are you just scared of the wrath of Craig if you don't?
Yeah.
You're going to bench Robbo and what? You're going to drop Don?
Yeah. But you see, it'll be easy. Dropping Don is easy. I'll just call some numbers. I'll just say, listen, Don, there's a 40-40 chance you're going to play next game. And Don will be like, all right, Gaffer.
Yes.
He's like, I can't wait. All right, I can't wait.
Can't believe him, Don. Jules, you're not getting away with this one. Don Hutchison, Craig Burley or Stewart Robson. Start one, bench one, drop one.
Craig of the three is the only one who scored in me,
I love Jules.
I think Craig's the only one who scored in me, so I have to pick Craig.
All right.
Anyway, go ahead.
I will start the most talented one in Don Hutchison. What a fantastic
Yes!
play. I mean, remember that goal from 70 yards out with Coventry against Leeds? 70 yards it was. Easy, if not 80. Amazing. I'll bench Robo because it's likely that I will see him before Craig. And Craig will do my head in talking too much on the pitch, so I'll drop him.
All right. So let's make sure that on tomorrow's show we have Shaka, Craig and Jules.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.